Welcome back, everyone! Our module for today is titled Birthday Surprise, and we will be doing basic cake decorating. These are the ingredients that you will need. Choose if you are a beginner or without a machine, or you're an advanced baker with a machine. If you're a beginner, you can choose whether to use instant whipping cream or just whip your own using heavy cream with powdered sugar. These are some tools that you will be needing for our module for today. Let's begin with the beginner's set of ingredients. If you are using instant whipping cream powder, it usually comes in a packet like this. Just empty the contents, measure it out, and put it over a sieve or a sifter to make sure that there won't be any clumps in your whipping cream. The next step is to measure out your water and place it in the freezer for a few minutes so that you get extremely cold water. This is an important step for your whipping cream to form. Once you have both of the ingredients, you can now whisk it for a few minutes. Apply some elbow grease so that you can form the thickest whipping cream possible. If you don't have or can't find any instant whipping cream powder, you can do this with heavy cream in a Tetra Pak with a little bit of powdered sugar. After whisking it or whipping it for some time, your whipped cream will look like this. It is now ready for flavorings and coloring. Now let's delve into the advanced set of ingredients. If you are an advanced baker, you will be doing American buttercream. First, you need to measure the butter and make sure that it is softened. You just press your finger over the butter, and if your finger goes through but not all the way through, this is already ready to go. Cut your butter into cubes so that it will easily cream and whip into a thick consistency. Make sure that you are using butter and not margarine. Put all of your butter in your stand mixer. If you are using a hand mixer, just put them in a bowl that is safe for you to mix in. Next, measure out your powdered sugar and put it over a sieve or a sifter to make sure that there are no clumps in it. Once done, set it aside. You can add a little bit of salt to balance out the sweetness. And here, put your mixer onto low and then medium and then high speed. After a few minutes of mixing on high speed, you will get this consistency. This is about after 10 to 15 minutes of mixing. Once you see that your butter is light and fluffy, you can now add your powdered sugar. Gradually add your powdered sugar. Just a tablespoon or a scoop at a time, and wait until everything is incorporated or melted into the butter before you add some more. This is crucial because if you add everything at once, your icing, although it will thicken, it will become grainy. If you want a very smooth icing like this one, make sure to be patient and gradually add your powdered sugar. You can now add your flavorings while mixing. This is the last step. You can also put some white food coloring if you want it tailored. After mixing it some more, around 5 to 10 minutes, you get this light and fluffy American buttercream. for frosting our cakes, our ready-made cakes. I bought these cakes from a store nearby. If you can make your own cakes to frost, sure, why not? Go ahead. If you have piping tips, you can use the open star tip or the closed star tip. The open one will give you more frosting, and the closed one will give you a more defined shape. If you don't have piping tips, fret not. You can just put it in a plastic bag. A Ziploc will do if you don't have piping bags, and just cut the tip and you can frost with it. You can also frost with a metal spatula or a butter knife. You can actually put frosting with a butter knife. Just place it on top of your cupcake to make gentle waves on top. So this is how you pipe it on, and this is how we are going to put some food coloring in our icing. It's preferred to add gel food coloring because it will not disrupt the consistency of your frosting or icing. Once you are done, you can just put chocolate chips or sprinkles or any toppings that you want to make it look prettier. If you don't have gel food coloring, you can also use powdered food coloring. However, if you don't have both but you have the liquid food coloring, just make sure to add a little at a time. On this step, I'm showing you how to make a crumb coat on the circular cake base. Okay, but I'm using a small cupcake just for this demonstration, or a rectangular cake base, which I will show you in a while. There. We can also put a filling between it. After you do your crumb coat, make sure to refrigerate your cake to solidify the icing around it. We live in a very hot climate, so if your icing or frosting is starting to melt, it will be very difficult to manipulate it with. So make sure to chill it after you put your crumb coat, and we will put a second layer over it. Set those things aside, and here we have a new rectangular cake base. We're going to decorate it as if it is a rectangular cupcake. So first I have my white buttercream, and I'm going to decorate it with my colorful whipped cream, the cream that I have whipped by hand. Cupcakes or your cakes however you want and in whatever way you want. It was a little bit shaky. I'm sure you can do a better job than I did. Here we're going to try to attempt the ombre method. So this is my second layer of icing to make sure that everything is smooth before we apply the ombre color. Ombre color, I first chose two colors that will go well together. Place the darker one at the bottom. Just randomly pipe it over because we're going to spread it with a metal spatula. And here, as you can see, the colors are spreading in nicely, and we're getting that teal and pale yellow combination. We're just typing some letters to say happy birthday. was refrigerated a while ago. Flatten it out as best as you can, and we're now going to pipe with the smallest closed star tip. I am now going to show you how to combine two colors. In the same piping bag, just apply the two colors of icing, and then when you pipe it out, the colors will come out. The two different colors will come out. Pipe it around as best as you can. Here my hand is shaking a bit. I apologize, ladies. It was dripping because of my hand. So if you also get into the trouble of that, you can always just cover it with sprinkles to cover up your mistakes. I'm going to teach you how to make flowers with our different piping tips. So you need to get a slanted piping tip in order to make your flowers. And we use a flat surface like this. It's called a flower nail. Pipe it in such a way that it is angled away from the middle. So it's a 45-degree angle from the middle. And then here we are using the tip for the leaves. If you want a closed flower, you just invert the tip. And now your rose is closed. It will be a little bit thicker. And put over some leaves. In the same way, before putting this over your cake or your cupcake, you can just refrigerate it first. There are decorating scissors such as this one. You can use it to cut under your decoration and then lift it and bring it over to your cake. However, what I would suggest would be to just chill your flowers first so that it is easier to peel. You just peel the parchment paper and you put your flowers on top of your cake or cupcake. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, kindly just leave a comment if you have any questions or email me. I hope to see your designs soon. Bye!